What's up, everybody? It's Carl's Collects Comics, and I'm back with another episode of Monday Hauls. I've got quite a few books that I want to share with you this week, including my Spotlight pick and my Spec pick for the week, and I can't wait to get started. So here's the intro credits, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm settled in here. I've got my stacks of books ready to share with you. This is Monday Hauls. This is my little web series where I share what I've picked up for comic books over the past week. And there's going to also be what I call my Spotlight pick. That's a book that is worth picking up for the reading and for the story and for the art. And I'm also going to offer a Spec pick, which is a great book that you should consider picking up that is most likely to gain value over the next year or so. So let's go ahead and get started. The books I wanted to start with is two local comic shop pickups, small stacks of books that I picked up, starting with Moon Knight #2, the second print. If you're not reading Moon Knight right now, highly recommend it. It's a great story, great art. It was my Spotlight pick for last week, but I'm going to pick something different for this week because there's another cool story that's back that I'm excited about. Inferno #1. This is the Art Germ variant cover. I went ahead and picked this one up. I only picked up one, and I only picked up this cover because I mainly just want to read it. I've been picking up the original Inferno series featuring Mr. Sinister and the rest of the for the like the originals, and so I wanted to read what they did with the same concept now. Something is Killing the Children #20. This is just one. I only got one of the covers in this one. Haven't gotten the variants for a little while. It's a slow build. It's still worth picking up. Still one of the top 3 horror comics coming out right now, and I highly recommend reading it. But you know, it's a little bit slow right now. I think the 1 through 15 run was a lot stronger because he had mapped it out, I think, better. This origin issue, or this origin arc that's going to lead into the House of Slaughter series that's coming up, it's good. And it's great to see her backstory, but it takes it in a different direction. So, but stick with it though. I do recommend Something is Killing the Children. It's still hands down one of the best comics that's coming out right now. Crossover #8. I'm just about done with it. I know I keep saying that every month, but it keeps ending up in my pull box. I'm not sure how, but I'm still picking up one copy of it, and you know, it's just. It hasn't been what I had hoped for. So I'm hoping, wishing, praying that it gets better and that it continues to turn around. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Miles Morales, Spider-Man #30, 10 Years of Miles Morales. This is the A cover. Glad to pick that one up. It's got some extra content in it. Adventureman #5. This is my Spotlight pick for the week. This was originally released as a mini-series of issues 1 through 4. It's written by Matt Fraction with art by Terry Dodson. I loved the first 4 issues. I really liked what they were doing with it, and just the art style is so lush and detailed. But then it was a mini-series. But lo and behold, look at what I found in my pull box. Was Adventureman #5. So they are continuing on with the series. I wasn't aware of that, but I'm really excited about it. And this is my Spotlight pick. If you haven't picked up 1 through 4, they're still fairly inexpensive and easy to find. So I do recommend picking that up and reading it and then getting caught up because this new run looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. My back issue pick for this LCS was Black Lightning #1. This is in about a 7.5 condition. Definitely needs a press. He's a fun character. I've always liked him as a character, but had never come across an affordable copy. I did only pay $18 for this one, which I think was a great value for it, and then especially to add it to my personal collection. So I'm excited. It does have a deep crease right here, that is going to need to have some pressing done to it, and it is color breaking, but it's in really good shape. And I was really excited to find it for such a bargain. That's why I went ahead and picked it up and added it to add it to the personal collection. The other LCS pickup or other LCS worth of pickups that I did had a Miles Morales number 30, 1 in 10. I have a second one of these coming via the mail. And then Gun Honey number 1. Now, I know there's a lot of buzz around this one. It has been optioned, but I didn't choose it as either my spotlight pick or my spec pick because I think there's just a lot of heat around it already, and I like to try to draw people's attention to books that maybe they haven't heard of before or hadn't necessarily seen before. But it's still a great, I think it's still going to be a good read. I picked up a stack of Reptile Books because I read an article that his younger sister is going to be redesigned by Humberto Ramos, and she's going to be featured heavily in the Marvel Voices for Latinx characters that's coming out, I think this month, later on this month, which I had already pre-ordered it, and I'm really excited about that. But then it was neat to know that they're going to do something with this character. Her first appearance was in issue number 4, so I'd already had one copy. I went ahead and picked up 4 more because you know me and Hispanic superheroes. I picked up 2 copies of issue number 2, cover A, and 2 copies of issue number 2, the cover B, which I do think that's her Anya right there. So those were all my LCS pickups for this week from the 2 different stores that I go to and have pull boxes at. Stuff that came in through the mail, my mail call books from Mr. Unknown Comics Guy over at the Affordable Auction on the Strictly Comics YouTube channel, G.I. Joe versus Transformers. This is an inexpensive little pickup, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I got Secret Wars 2099. Those are all for personal collection runs, and I was excited to add those for a very affordable price. Always good stuff on the Affordable Auction, and I enjoy being a part of the panel when I'm there. From @ComicsDan.Signed on Instagram, incredible seller, always has cool stuff, and when you buy your stuff, he does make a donation to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and then in addition, he's selling off, I think, a lot of his books, saving up for a mega grail that he's going for. So anytime you buy, you know that a portion of it's going to a good charity, and it's also him getting his stuff together for a big grail purchase. Noctera number 1, picked up another copy of this. I don't know if this is the C or D cover. Noctera number 1. Had a couple of blanks. I've got to do something with my blanks. Avengers number 152, the first appearance of the second Black Talon, Samuel Barone. Really good shape. It's in really good condition. It's got some of course some spine ticks, but it is in really good condition. Black Talon's a character that I've been picking up his books here and there when I come across them. And then he threw in a freebie. @ComicsDan got signed, threw in Marvel Comics Presents Volume 3, Number 6. It's the second printing, the first appearance of Wolverine's daughter, Rain. Last on my pickup list from the mail, I think it's Paco Taylor, I think, on Facebook. Got Kanan number 4, Kanan number 8, and Kanan number 9. Now I have a small run of Kanan books that I've been putting together, and just wanted to get the 1 through 12 or 13 or whatever it is, get all those. Last book that I picked up, certainly not the least. This is my spec pick for the week. Blue Beetle number 1, the black and white sketch second print. So I got one of these in. This is in very high grade, near mint plus. As is, it's about a 9.6. I also got the third print, but I think I showed that last week. If I didn't, I'll show it next week. But if you've watched my Friday feature for Blue Beetle last week, you'll know that this was one of the books that I'm recommending people pick up. Very, very low print run. I think this was the one that had under 7,000 printed, and then the third print had under 13,000 printed. So it was, one of them had one number, the other had the other number. Crazy low print runs for these books, especially from a major publisher. So this was a book. I think this is my second copy, but this is definitely in better condition than the other one. And the third print, I only have one copy of it because I was only able to find one. So that's my Monday hauls for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to get to share my books with you, and I love interacting with you in the comments section. I'm trying to make it a point to respond to every single comment that people take the time to leave, because if you take the time to leave it, then I can take the time to read it and respond to it. But let me know in the comments, speaking of, like the video, and then let me know in the comments, was there anything that I missed this week that you think I should have picked up? Is there any book recommendations that you've got that you'd like me to check out? And last of all, if there's anything that you picked up based on what's shared in the video, I would love to hear about it and hear your thoughts on it. Above all, please consider subscribing, because we're just about at 200 subscribers and we're just about at 2,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm doing my big 200/2,000 push, and once I break either of those and both of those, it'll unlock different giveaways, and I'm going to be working on sharing those with you very, very soon. So it's been fun to connect with you, and I hope that you got something out of this video. This is Carl's Collects Comics, and this has been the latest episode of Monday Hauls, and looking forward to connecting with you again next week. Thanks.